Hi there, Kim Kaiser here, transformative business coach. And each week I'm going to bring you one thing that I find actionable, digestible, and hopefully valuable that will help you in your business and your life. Last week we talked about the one thing that people often do when they are looking for answers in their business or in their life, and that is that they look outside themselves because they've become so disconnected from who they are deep down as a person, as a human being, and how reconnecting to oneself is the one game changer. It's the only game changer, actually, that I know that can truly change a person's life is reconnecting deeply to who you are and why you're on the planet, and living life from that place. It changes everything. It changes how your business looks to you. It changes how your staff looks to you. It changes how your partner looks to you, your kids, just anything you're involved in, your community. And this week, I'm going to talk about, in one way, well, how do you reconnect to that? Well, that's what I do with my clients. So if you're curious about the work that I do, there's a link in this newsletter for us to set up some time to talk. But I'm gonna try to explain a little bit in the direction of where I'm taking people. And that is, so we live right now in a world that goes very fast, right? I don't think there's probably anyone watching that isn't being asked to deliver results more quickly, to speed up the way they work, to have faster deadlines and deliver more. Like, the world and what it is demanding is not slowing down. Now, the problem is, when people don't have a sense more deeply, when they become disconnected from who they are, then one of the normal things that happens is that your mind starts going as quickly as the demands are going, okay? And it feels like, on one level, that that's just what happens. That's what we have to do in business to keep up, or that's what we need to do to keep up with, our kids' schedule, or both, And I want to pull something apart that I'm hoping that will be really, really helpful. And that is, we can't go outside and slow down the demands of the world very effectively that I know of. I haven't discovered how to do that. We haven't discovered how to make the world and the business environment that we're in go slower. I don't know how to do that. But we don't have to go fast mentally. Now, I'm going to say it again. We do not have to go fast mentally. In other words, our mind does not have to whirl at 90 miles an hour. But most people don't recognize the wisdom of a slow mind. Now, when I say the wisdom of a slow mind, I don't mean that a person is sort of, dumb or slow intellectually. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that when you have a lot of demands coming at you, like a lot of people who are watching this, I'm sure they constantly feel like they're just being barraged with, request after request or demand after demand. But there's a place inside of you, again, when you reconnect with this deeper place inside of you, with your heart and soul, or however we want to characterize that automatically slows you down, and there's a wisdom in the slowness, okay? Because when we're not playing ping pong with requests from clients, or when we're not hitting the ball back immediately when someone emails us, right? Because that's not required. And I'm talking, again, more mentally than physically what happens in the world. We don't have to do that. And when we start to recognize the wisdom of internal slowness, it gives us time, instead of reacting to what is around us and going on, we can reflect and respond, right? So instead of being reactionary, which we all recognize is not a great strategy, it's like, what else we got? Everything's going fast. So what I'm saying is, yes, things can go fast outside you. People can be peppering you with requests and demands and commands, and there's a place in you that does not have to go fast, that can reflect and respond, reflect and respond. And here's the great thing. I bet all of you who are watching have reactively responded to an email or a request from a client, and then later thought, oh, gosh, I wish I would have taken time to think that through. So we might make an agreement that doesn't really work, or we might sign a contract that doesn't really work for us, or we might hire someone who really is not a great fit for our team because we just feel the pressure of needing someone. Okay, those are a couple examples. And what I'm talking about when I say the wisdom of slow, it's the ability to see that you internally, in your deepest sense of who you are, can go at a rate of speed that taps into a different kind of intelligence, a wisdom of slow is what I'm talking about, like a different kind of, you can call it, God speaking to you, the universe speaking to you, the quantum field. We got lots of names for that intelligence that's way beyond our brain and our body. And again, when we're combining last week's connection to yourself to this week's wisdom of slow, these are incredibly sustainable ways to really help our business, to really help and heal our relationships, but it's probably the most overlooked, way of being or strategy or whatever we want to call it today. And that's just one of the things that I help people with. And next week, we're going to add to this. So we've talked about connection, really reconnect to who we are deeply, not our personalities, not who we think we are, not our strengths and weaknesses, not the stuff we feel like we're stuck with, but a deeper sense. And then this week's wisdom of slow. And so we'll add something else next week that will hopefully, again, be very valuable and digestible for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Kim Kaiser here, Transformative Business Coach.